His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain received a letter of thanks from the Grand Imam of Al Azhar and Chairman of the Council of Muslim Elders, His Eminence Dr. Ahmed Al Tayyib. In the letter, Dr. Al Tayyib extended his thanks and appreciation for His Majesty the King's patronage of the Intra-Islamic Dialogue Conference titled One Nation Shared Destiny, held in the Kingdom of Bahrain on February 19th and 20th. Dr. Al Tayyib noted that the conference took place at a critical juncture for the Islamic world, where its 15th century civilization faces significant challenges. The Grand Imam expressed appreciation for His Majesty's dedication to the Arab and Islamic causes and for the warm reception extended, which reflects His Majesty's profound appreciation for Islamic scholars at Al Azhar and their role in promoting peace and the values of tolerance and peace. He emphasized that both Al Azhar and the Council of Muslim Elders value their relationship with Bahrain, which has made substantial contributions to promoting the true, moderate and peaceful nature of Islam through joint international conferences, which played a prominent role in promoting human brotherhood, respect and world peace. The Grand Imam wished the kingdom continued peace and security and prayed to Allah the Almighty to bless the efforts of His Majesty the King. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, the RHF, yesterday received at Zakhir Palace His Majesty the King's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs and chairman of the Board of Trustees of the RHF, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and a number of RHF officials who expressed thanks and gratitude to His Majesty for his support of orphans and widows, as well as the RHF's humanitarian work and its development to provide the best services for all groups in need. His Majesty praised the noble humanitarian role played by the RHF, headed by His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad, and their effort in providing aid, assistance and relief to distressed and affected people and establishing development projects that provided care for people. In addition to their continuous charitable work in serving and caring for orphans and widows and helping people in need in the kingdom, His Majesty expressed his appreciation for the important achievements and successes also achieved by the RHF and its good reputation at the local and Arab international levels. His Majesty affirmed that Bahrain's record is full of civilization and humanitarian achievements, and that charitable and humanitarian work is a culture rooted in Bahraini society based on the teachings of Islam, Bahraini traditions and the spirit of solidarity cohesion that always unites the people of Bahrain. His Majesty wished the RHF members continued success in their humanitarian work and the development of the Foundation's performance services, programs and charitable and humanitarian projects.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى الخليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظكم الله ورعاكم.
The RHF Secretary General Sheikh Ali bin Khalifa Al Khalifa then delivered a speech in which he congratulated His Majesty on the holy month of Ramadan, wishing many happy returns. He also congratulated His Majesty the King on the silver jubilee of His Majesty's accession to the throne, during which the kingdom witnessed major transformations in the field of development and prosperity. He also congratulated His Majesty on the anniversary of the National Action Charter, which represented a milestone in the history of Bahrain and laid the foundations of institutional building and constitutional development, which promoted stability and prosperity. He noted that the RHF is one of the results of His Majesty's reform work, which made the Kingdom of Bahrain a distinguished model in achieving progress and comprehensive development. He also said that in accordance with His Majesty's strategic vision and the support and cooperation from all the government institutions led by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa and the continuous guidance and support of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad, the RHF has consolidated institutional work and building partnerships with international, regional and local institutions in the field of humanitarian work, raised performance according to the highest international standards. He stated that the members of the RHF remain the core of the Foundation's work in accordance with His Majesty's vision, noting the keenness to improve the quality of work by developing standards in serving orphans. He wished His Majesty abundant health and happiness.
وأرسى دعائم البناء المؤسسي والتطور الدستوري مما عزز الاستقرار والازدهار، وما زالت ثماره تترى وغرسه ينمو ويزدهر بفضل دعم جلالتكم. وتعد المؤسسة التي نفتخر بها اليوم إحدى نتائج العمل الإصلاحي لجلالتكم، الذي جعل مملكة البحرين نموذجاً متميزاً في تحقيق التقدم والتنمية الشاملة، وجعل المواطن البحريني محوراً أساسياً في هذا الإصلاح. سيدي جلالة الملك حفظكم الله، لقد انطلقنا خلال العام المنصرم وفق رؤية جلالتكم الاستراتيجية، وما وجدناه من دعم كريم وتعاون تام من كل مؤسسات الحكومة الرشيدة بقيادة صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله، وعبر التوجيهات والدعم المتواصل من سمو الشيخ ناصر بن حمد آل خليفة ممثل جلالة الملك للأعمال الإنسانية وشؤون الشباب في مرحلة ترسيخ العمل المؤسسي وبناء الشراكات مع المؤسسات الدولية والإقليمية والمحلية العاملة في حقل العمل الإنساني، وذلك من أجل تقوية أسس هذا العمل وتثبيت دعائمه ورفع الأداء إلى مستوى جديد وفق أعلى المعايير المتبعة دولياً. وإذ نعلم مدى اهتمام جلالتكم أهمية أن تكون المؤسسة هي منارة المملكة الشامخة وذراعها الخيرة الممتدة إلى العالم، فإننا نعمل بكل قوة وعزم واضعين هذه الرؤية نصب أعيننا تأكيداً لدور مملكتنا الحبيبة الذي لعبته منذ فجر التاريخ، وهو ما منحنا هذا الرصيد الكبير من التميز والمحبة من الأشقاء والعالم. سيدي جلالة الملك المعظم حفظكم الله، ظل أبناء جلالتكم من منتسبي المؤسسة الملكية للأعمال الإنسانية هم جوهر عمل المؤسسة وفقاً لرؤية جلالتكم السامية، وقد حرصنا خلال الفترة الماضية على تجويد العمل من خلال تطوير وتنقيح المعايير لتتكامل الخدمات كماً وكيفاً في خدمة الأيتام ولتذليل كافة العقبات أمام مسيرتهم. إن رعايتكم الكريمة لهم واهتمامكم البالغ بمستقبلهم يعكس حرصكم الكبير، وهو ما يعزز إيماننا بضرورة الاستمرار في تقديم الدعم الكامل لهم لتحقيق أفضل الفرص في حياتهم. وفي الختام نرفع أكف الضراعة إلى الله العلي القدير أن يحفظ جلالتكم ويحفظ مملكتنا الحبيبة في ظل قيادتكم الرشيدة، وأن يديم عليكم موفور الصحة والعافية، ويجعل هذا العهد الزاهر أماناً وسلاماً دائماً لشعبنا الكريم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad then presented to His Majesty the King the report on the transfer of the Silver Jubilee celebration budget to charities.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم.
اسمح لي طويل العمر في مجلسك العامر بالخير
William Abdullah Ruwai'i delivered a speech on behalf of the RHF's members in which he thanked His Majesty for receiving them and for establishing the RHF, as well as their efforts in supporting them. She also thanked His Highness Sheikh Nasser for his support.
مجلس الخير في شهر الخير والغفران من وعينا على الدنيا ونشوفك دائما ذخر وسند للبحرين كلنا ولنا بصورة خاصة، وأهم شيء تأسيسك لهالمؤسسة الحلوة اللي هي فخر كل بحريني بأرواح العاملين اللي فيها. بصراحة مو مقصرين معانا في شيء، وعلى راسي أخونا العود سمو الشيخ ناصر اللي ابتسامته تعطينا عنوان للثقة والنجاح وتخلينا نكافح ونحقق النجاحات والتميز مثل ما حققها هو فارسنا الجميل بأخلاقه ونجاحاته. يا طويل العمر، حبيت أوصل لك رسالة من كل قلبي وقلب كل واحد يعشق ديرته. احنا كلنا أسرة واحدة، نحب الخير حق ديرتنا وبنساهم بعون الله بعلمنا وتفوقنا وتميزنا في نهضة بلادنا ونجاحها، ونرفع علم بلادنا في كل ميدان. احنا أسرة واحدة وناس وايد من أبناء المؤسسة اللي تربوا فيها وفي عهدك الزاهر بالخير والسعادة، واللي امتد 25 عام صاروا اليوم قادة في البلد واشتغلوا في عدة وظائف قيادية وهم متميزين بحمد الله في أعمالهم، وهذه هي الثمرة اللي الكل يتمناها وما زالوا يذكرون الأيام بالخير. واليوم احنا معاهم نمشي على نفس الدرب ونجتهد معاهم، وبإذن الله بتشوفنا في مراتب الخير نخدم بلادنا الغالية ونكتب أجمل حكاية تتكلم عنها الأجيال، حكاية تميز وعطاء لبلادنا في واحة المؤسسة الملكية للأعمال الإنسانية برعايتك وبقيادة سمو الشيخ ناصر. ربي يحفظكم جميعا. يا طويل العمر، طموحنا ما يوقف عن حد وينظر للحياة نظرة أمل وتفاؤل وسعادة، وما يعيق شيء ولا يستسلم لأي ضرر، لأن الحياة بالفعل حلوة وتستاهل الواحد يكافح فيها ويحقق أهدافه، وأهم هدف رضاء ربه وحبه لقيادته ووطنه. وربي يعيننا نرد لك الجميل. لو شنو نقول ما بنوفيك حقك طويل العمر، رسالة حب وامتنان لك، وأنت عنوان الأبوة الحانية اللي نستمد منها الحنان. ربي يعطيك الصحة والعافية ويطول في عمرك ويخليك لنا ذخر وسند يا رب، وربي يجعل هالمؤسسة صدقة جارية لك في الدنيا وفي ميزان حسناتك. تسمح لي طويل العمر أقبل جبينك وأشكرك على كل شيء قدمته لنا وكل حنان وكل أرض وكل إنسانية لك، وأنت الإنسانية كلها.
شكرا. بارك الله فيك.
On the occasion, His Highness Sheikh Nasser expressed thanks and gratitude to His Majesty on the holy month of Ramadan, appreciating His Majesty's keen interest to support the RHF and his care for the children and mothers of the Foundation as part of his approach to providing comprehensive care for them. His Highness added that this support has continued for nearly 24 years since the establishment of the RHF. His Highness noted that the members of the RHF's Board of Trustees and Executive Management were honoured to meet with His Majesty the King along with the Foundation's children. His Highness said that this meeting reflects His Majesty's paternal approach in receiving the Foundation's children, especially during Ramadan, to check on them and encourage them to excel. His Highness affirmed that His Majesty's words and guidance during this meeting will guide the Foundation in its work and strategies to develop its services inside and outside Bahrain, noting that the Foundation also seeks to empower its members and enhance their capabilities to enable them to fulfill their humanitarian mission and provide a decent life for all. His Highness prayed to Allah the Almighty to bless His Majesty and grant him good health and happiness. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received at Sakhir Palace Dr. Sheikh Mohammed Tahir bin Sheikh Suleiman Al Madani, who congratulated His Majesty on the holy month of Ramadan, praying to Allah the Almighty to protect His Majesty and grant him success for the welfare of the country. He wished His Majesty many happy returns with continued health and happiness, and Bahrain and its people progress and prosperity. His Majesty welcomed Dr. Sheikh Mohammed Tahir and congratulated him on the occasion. His Majesty praised the virtues of the late Dr. Sheikh Sheikh Sulaiman al-Madani, who had been of great service to his country. His Majesty the King expressed his thanks to Dr. Sheikh Mohammed Tahir for his communication and his role in serving the causes of Islam and Muslims, thus strengthening the bonds of solidarity among all. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa yesterday received at Sakhir Palace Shakir Mohammed Al Saigh, Ahmed Mohammed Al Saigh, and Mohammed Shakir Mohammed Al Saigh, who greeted His Majesty the King and presented him with a set of swords and daggers according to the approved design that were made in Al Zubara in the past and who were craftsmen over the years. His Majesty welcomed and thanked them for the valuable gift, expressing admiration in this set of swords for their historical and cultural value and symbol of authenticity and national pride. His Majesty affirmed the importance of supporting traditional crafts and enhancing national identity by supporting Bahraini heritage industries. The Bahraini sword is a symbol of strength, pride and justice, emphasizing Bahrain's position as one of the most prominent countries in the region in traditional sword making. More in this report.
When craftsmanship is embodied in the hands of a master craftsman, the hard metal becomes a vibrant tale that tells unforgettable and unbroken traditions. At the heart of this tale stands a family who have taken it upon themselves to preserve a legacy passed down through generations, making swords and daggers according to the approved design that was made in the Al Zubara in old times, dedicating their life to this ancient craft which has become a part of Bahrain's identity and history. The swords forged by these artisans are not just tools but pieces that speak of Bahrain's history, carrying in each of their carvings an authenticity that extends across centuries. The Bahraini sword, which has long been a symbol of strength, justice and national pride, remains today as a testament to the greatness of Bahrain, manifested in official occasions and heritage celebrations. The Bahraini sword affirms Bahrain's position as one of the most prominent countries in the region in traditional sword making. These swords are appreciated wherever they go, as they represent a cultural heritage that reflects the Kingdom of Bahrain's history, rooted in traditional crafts.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received a letter of thanks from the Grand Imam of Al Azhar Al Sharif and Chairman of the Muslim Council of Elders, His Eminence Dr. Ahmed Al Tayyib, for the hospitality received during a visit to the Kingdom of Bahrain to participate in the Intra-Islamic Dialogue Conference held under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, with the theme of One Nation, One Shared Destiny in Manama on February 19th and 20th. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa yesterday visited the majlises of the late Yusuf Khalil Al Muayyad, the sons of the late Yusuf Abdul Wahab Al Hawaj, the Khazaruni family and the Al Kohiji family. During the visits, His Royal Highness emphasized the importance of fostering a strong sense of national identity and belonging, which empowers individuals to overcome challenges and transform them into successes that contribute to Bahrain's comprehensive development led by His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness highlighted the strategic role of the private sector within Team Bahrain, underscoring its position as a key partner in the kingdom's ongoing development. His Royal Highness also noted that the holy month of Ramadan serves as an opportunity to reinforce Islamic values and traditions, ensuring they are passed on to future generations, reaffirming Bahrain's commitment to economic growth. His Royal Highness stressed the importance of enhancing the kingdom's competitiveness as a leading investment destination. In this regard, His Royal Highness highlighted ongoing efforts to improve the business environment through supportive legislation that attracts investments and creates more opportunities for Bahraini citizens. His Royal Highness highlighted that economic success is driven by teamwork, praising Bahraini citizens' ability to overcome challenges and transform them into achievements that advance the kingdom's development and enhance its position as an attractive economic hub. The host of the majlises expressed their appreciation for His Royal Highness's visit, recognizing his commitment to engaging with all Bahrainis and praising his dedication to advancing Bahrain's comprehensive development goals. His Royal Highness was accompanied by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of Finance and National Economy Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, and several senior officials. Under the chairmanship of the Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed Al-Musallam, the Council held its 22nd regular session in the third annual session of the sixth legislative term. During the session, the Council reviewed a number of letters received from the Council of Ministers regarding a draft law issuing the Secured Transaction Law accompanying Decree number 11 of the year 2025, a draft law ratifying the agreement between the Government of Bahrain and the Government of Oman regarding the elimination of double taxation and the prevention of tax evasion and avoidance with regard to taxes on income, and a draft law amending some provisions of the evidence law in civil and commercial matters. The Council decided to approve the referral of the draft laws to the relevant committees. The Council also approved 10 proposals submitted by the committees and referred them to the government. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce announced the mandatory implementation of the National Technical Regulation for Energy Efficiency of Lighting Products and implementation of Decision 25 of the year 2024 set to take effect on March 15th this year. The Ministry called on economic operators to adhere to the requirements of the regulation when importing light products and circulating them in the local markets, emphasizing that this decision comes in support of national efforts to reduce energy consumption. It added it is in line with the government's program 2023-2026 to reduce carbon emissions in various sectors and reduce climate change, in addition to the expansion of energy efficiency in many projects to support the efforts to rationalize energy consumption in Bahrain, minimizing waste and reducing pressure on natural resources. This decision will effectively contribute to reducing the electrical energy consumption and improving the quality of lighting products traded in the local markets. The Supreme Council for Environment, the SCE, has announced that a 2-month ban on crab fishing in Bahrain's territorial waters will take effect from March 15, 2025 until May 15, 2025 as part of ongoing efforts to preserve marine wealth and ensure the sustainability of the marine environment. The Council underscored that this decision aims to protect crab stock during breeding periods. The SCE also stressed the need for fishermen to abide by the ban decision, noting that any illegal fishing for crabs during this period may expose violators to legal actions. The SCE emphasized that fishermen who encounter these species in their gear during the ban period should immediately return them to the sea, taking the necessary care to ensure their safety.